Good afternoon. How are you? So I'm back out here, and the plan today is to get all of my T-posts in position. It's a lot of work, and you'll see in a minute if you haven't seen my previous videos from last year's garden. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and let's just see how much I can get done today. Yeah, so I had showed you before, kind of right here. This would be the entry to the garden, but I'm actually gonna have to move them down just slightly because I'm trying to mark out where I want the trellises to arch over to create a path similar to my garden last year from my garden house that I will be attempting this year. Anywho, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Just kind of figure out where I'm gonna put those T-posts, and then I'm gonna just go from there. So enjoy watching, and I'll update you as I go along. This is for you, Randy, from Doolin Cut and Trim. I forgot my knife, so I did attempt to use my other cutting shears, which did not work. So I'm gonna go get my knife. Oh gosh. I got my knife. I did want to point out, see this little contraption? Some of you may or may not have seen this before. It's a T-post driver. It does get quite loud, so I might end up doing a voiceover, but I'm not sure, or just let you hear it. But anywho, this is used to drive the T-posts that you saw me carry over the other day into the ground. Okay, so I just realized that I made a mistake. I drove the T-post in the wrong direction because where you just saw me drive that's going to be at the corner of where the fence that goes around the garden and where the trellis will be arching from. So I need to have it so that I can put the arch on correctly. So I need to take that up and do that again. So take 2. that's kind of how it looks right now. So the plan is to put the cattle panel arch over like you saw last year in last year's garden, and I'm gonna just run up straight up with these arches. So there'll be a total of 4 for now. I might add an additional one depending on how far up it goes, and to make sure that they're spaced out relatively around the same, I'm going to use the medium-sized T-posts to kind of measure it out. So I'm going to lay those now. Yeah, I gotta turn it a little bit. It's not, I'm not taking these back up. Let me just let you know right now. I'm not moving these that I just put in the ground. So what I'm gonna do is, I need to kind of shift it over so the rest of them will go kind of like that. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that's gonna be the approximation. I'm not a landscaper by trade. I did not study these things. However, I don't want my garden looking busted. But I want it to look somewhat decent, somewhat in line. So I'm gonna go with that. All right, let me start driving these in. So I got a problem. They're not spaced out equally, and that's bothering me. I'm gonna use the smaller T-posts so I can get the exact distance between each set, or somewhat. Okay, what you didn't see me do off screen, off camera, is I also measured how wide the cattle panel is. Because I also need that information. I was about to be mad because I thought I didn't capture any of the footage of me putting those T-posts out because I was not going to take them down for you to watch it again. Woo! After about 28 minutes or so, the camera turned off, so you did not get to see me put them all up, but I did. So here they are. So there will be 4 cattle panels going arching over, and I'm going to take up the T-post that I laid on the ground. Let me come on the side. I'm going to take up the T-post that I had laid on the ground and move those, and then I will start, what will I do? I'm gonna go ahead and move 8, I think I need 8 of them over to this side, and move this so you can see it. Here, excuse me, where are we at? Here, right here. I'm gonna move 8 of them over there because that's where my tomatoes will be going. Because I have 2 cattle panels, like last year, and each one needs 4. So I'm gonna move those over there because that's where they'll be going, somewhere in that vicinity there. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and move those, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and set up the T-posts for the perimeter of the garden to set up the fencing for that. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna put the fencing up today or not. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up. I think that'll be a good idea. So it's starting to come along. Let me tell you though, that was some major cardio and strength can't get my words together. Strength training. That T-post driver that I was using is 16 pounds. So I'm lifting up by one hand and then I'm driving it in. So I'm definitely getting some core action here, and yeah, it's a lot of work, so, but I'm happy for it. So this is my exercise. So, all right, stay tuned. Okay, so I got it staged. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and just cut a little slit in the fabric just to make it a little bit easier. I'm not putting the T-post on the very outside edge of the fabric because I want to try to keep the weeds at bay. So I'm leaving like right here where I started the first 2. I'm leaving maybe about a good 4 or 5 inches from the actual grass. So that we can try to keep the weeds under control around the perimeter of the fence and such. Because let me tell you, trying to cut grass or weed around fences is a pain. So like last year, there will be a good amount of grass exposed in places where I will not have any of my garden foods growing. So I will come in here with a lawnmower periodically to clean it up, but I want to be able to get in and easily cut around stuff. So that's the idea. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these slits in here so I get these ready. So I'll let you see. Man, let me tell you something. Whew. Those T-posts and that T-post driver, that's a lot of work. Whee! Have 7 more to go. All right, we're about to put the last 5 in. Ooh, sorry. About to put the last 5 in. My goodness. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I'm debating whether or not I need to, I'm gonna put the tomato ones up. I don't know. I feel like I need to, just to get it over with. That would be an additional 8. What do y'all think? I'm gonna keep going. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the tomato T-posts up, at least the T-posts. I'm not gonna put any of the cattle panels up because that might be too much. So let's head out over there. So I've been standing here contemplating. See, the problem for me is I need more landscaping fabric. So I'm going to need to bring more down here. And I'm not going to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits right here. Y'all pray for me now because I might feel this tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see y'all later.